What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Check it out, 2-inch Rivera Primo Rivera 2-inch belt drive. This bike originally had a 3-inch belt drive and kind of slimming stuff up and kind of getting stuff narrowed up. And then my customer wants to do a skinny belt drive, Primo Rivera, on the West Coast Chopper Dominator. So I said, what the hell, let me be the test dummy. And guess what? Did the old 3 to 2-inch conversion on the Primo Rivera belt drive, and I think it turned out pretty cool. So, you wanna see how I did it? Let's check it out. Let's go.
Sorry, bro, but this show's about me.
What's up? So, I am goes for 2. Airball. Anyways, so kind of have a little project here. One for a customer and one for me. So on the Dominator build, the customer was like, man, it'd be really cool to have a skinny belt drive, but he only loves Rivera Primo Rivera open belt drives. That's like the West Coast Chopper, like that's the go-to. A lot of people like them because they're real clean looking. The baskets, the clutch baskets are real narrow, and they just kind of have like just this kind of sticking out instead of like all the springs like most of the BDLs have. A lot of the later model BDLs go with those ball bearing type of pressure plates, so they're getting a lot smaller. They don't have the big lug sticking out anymore. But the problem is Primo Rivera, or Rivera Primo, I'm reading it off of the label there. They I believe they stopped making those belt drives, so they're kind of hard to find. So I told him I would make him well, let's back up. There are some out there, but they're only 3-inch belt drives, okay? So he wants to go with the 2-inch belt drive, the skinny. So it's a skinny bike, skinny wheel. Let's do a skinny open belt drive. The last one I did was the 140 CFL for him, and it had a 3-inch belt drive. Well, we want to do a 2-inch. So he sent me a brand spanking new, he's gonna roast me, maybe he'll put it in the comments, but it's a certain Rivera Primo, and what it does is it comes with, so what I have here is I have mine off of my TV bike, and then I have the one that he sent me, which is brand spanking new. So mine is the original one, and it's a 3-inch belt drive. You can see all the abuse, the rocks and dirt and stuff that's been in there, and his is brand new. But anyways, mine has a lip that is part of the casting or the machining process, so it's on there, keeps the belt from flying off. The one he has, I forgot what the name of it is. Maybe it's on the box somewhere. I don't know. It's a certain one, kind of hard to. Actually, it's the hardest one to find. No, it just says 3-inch pulley, rare, whatever. But this one comes with no end piece, but it's got this cool polished billet aluminum ring that bolts on, and that makes it into the lip for the belt to not fly off. And not only on the front pulley, but on my rear pulley, it has the lip all machined in there, okay? So on his, gosh, it's so freaking heavy to pick up every time. Ooh. So his, I took it off, but his has the billet one to keep it on there. So what I told him, because he's like, well, I'm kind of curious as what it's gonna look like and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I've seen it done before. My buddy, and I call him my buddy, like we're buddies on Instagram. We've never met face to face. We were supposed to meet up in Vegas at SEMA one year. We were supposed to meet here, we were supposed to meet there, never met up. He's coming to Texas, I'm somewhere else, we never met up in Texas. So chatted with him, he's done it before many times, and he does it with different brands and stuff like that. So he's like, just do it, Holmes, you get it. So I asked him a few questions and stuff like that, and he says that he prefers to do it with the one with all the bolt-on stuff. Well, I want to make mine a little more narrow too. So, because I had forward controls and the 3-inch, like it just kind of sticks out, and my pant leg used to hit the 3-inch. I've ripped a pair of pants a couple times. Go riding bike nights and pants get sucked up in the belt drive and it rips the shit out of them. I walk in, I look like I'm wearing chaps on one side because it's all flopping. My pant was flopping around. But anyways, I want to do a little bit more narrow. So I thought, hell, if I'm doing his, why don't I do mine too? And then it was kind of like, all right, here's the deal. I'll do mine first, and if you like it, we'll do yours. But here's the difference though. His is pretty more straightforward, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and machine this down to where it's just big enough for the belt, and then I'll re-drill and tap and put this ring back on, and probably do the same on his, on the rear piece, and he'll still have his little billet ring. On mine, I believe I'm going to do, it's not here. So Eddie Trotta has these billet covers that go, and it covers the front and it covers all of the rear piece. I'm going to go ahead and machine me some billet covers for my bike. So I'm probably going to go ahead and put this intro into both the TV show build and the West Coast Choppers build. So you'll see this beginning portion on both builds, but it's two different things. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and machine mine down to 2-inch belt first, and then once everything looks really nice, then I will order some stuff just so you can see the difference. That's going to be the difference right there. So, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and machine mine down first and make everything fit. And then once it's machined down and it all fits, then I'll go back and I'll make the covers, because I think I'm going to drill and tap the front cover to bolt on from the outside. And then I'll probably match and I'll drill and tap this one and have that cover sit on the outside as well. So it's going to have like a narrow belt in the back part, but the clutch is still going to be pretty thick, but it'll be kind of at an angle, because it'll go like clutch hub, and then it'll just have the nice curved round piece for to cover the clutch plates and stuff. That's going to be the next project. So going to be fun. So all of his stuff I will keep together. This is 3-inch belt, which is what this belt came off of mine. So put these rings back, all the little bolts. Cool, let's go machine some pulleys. Let's do this. Well, that's not gonna work. Let's see what else I can do. Alrighty then. Oh, glasses. Go and get a trash can. mark this so that we know about where we need to go. That didn't mark for crap, so what I'm going to do is I know how far to go. Actually, you know what? That's dumb. I got a better idea. That's wasn't very smart at all. We're gonna cut this bad boy off. That's gonna take forever. I don't even know why. That's gonna be more of like what we're gonna do when we, what are we gonna do? When we're doing the rear hub, we're gonna be cutting teeth off. This one, we're gonna just cut it straight off. So yeah, that was a lot of noise and heat, or hot parts getting thrown at me for no freaking reason. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, Brutus. Pretty far in there. Let's just get a guesstimate of where we're at. Yep, it should be flying off any second. I got my foot on the brake just so that when it does pop, oh, I see it going. I see it going. I see it going. Ha-ha! See, I didn't have to cut off any of that stuff. I could have just cut it flat right off the get-go. So we'll go ahead and switch blades out real quick. See how close we are real quick also. Oh yeah. See how close we are. Take a little nibble. I like to deburr the edge so when I'm feeling how it's coming along, it doesn't hurt me. So you know what we can do is we can just measure the belt. Whoops, no metric. Zero out. Like we're roughly one and 900,000ths. We are pretty damn close. So we need to go 67 thousandths. 067. 067. So what I'm gonna do is touch off, beep, zero it out, come back, go 067. 7, let's go 0300. Yeah, that'll be good. Let's see. So we should be around 1.93 and change. 1.935. I don't know if you can read that. 1.934. So let's go another 300. So we'll come back out. We're gonna go to 6. There we go. Clean this up in here. Let's measure this. 1.917. I'm okay with that if it's a little bit on the biggest side. Let's look at that. Visually, you can't see that. So, cool. One down. Yep, look at that clean, smooth surface. Just for reference. Yep. So we will just mark these holes, drill them, tap them. If we wanted to just duplicate this ring, I could just make another one of these. I think this is stainless, actually. I don't think it's aluminum. I think that's stainless. I think that's a stainless ring. But anyways, let's go put this on the chopper. Chopperazzi. I'm excited. Oh yeah. It's the gravy, baby. Look at that. We're gonna have a 2-inch belt drive before too long. Let's get the back pulley. Now this is the one, I'm not sure how the mounting process is going to work because this is kind of tapered. Everything in this is tapered. Ah, bummer. That stinks. Ah. This is the part I hate because when these fall out, you got to line them all up so that when they close up, they grab correctly. I was trying to get it to open up big enough to grab that hub at a certain spot. It wasn't working. Like, frustrating. So, yeah, see, this one's ready to fly out. That one's ready to fly out. So now I got to find. They're usually marked with like numbers. This is 2. This is 3. So basically you gotta find where the first one comes back around. There it is. So 1, now we gotta put the 1 in. So come on, baby. Okay. So now we're going to go this way. Oh, I didn't take it. Okay, so that's 1. And then you got to find 2. There's 2. Marking number 2. Slide that in. 2, and then you come over here to 3. There's 3 coming in. Whoa. There we go. So what it is they're marked 1, 2, and 3 because the grooves on that piece are in certain spots, but they're in different spots. So none of them line up the same. So if you put them all together, they're going to be kind of like this and like that. That's because there's a spiral in here, and that's what moves these things together. So when you line them up, you have 1, 2, and 3 for the 3 slots. So when you get them lined up and you close it up, when it closes all the way down, they should all 3 hit at the exact same time, which is going to be centered. So now I can figure out how the hell I'm going to hold this thing. So let me figure that out, and then we'll get back on the lathe. Never leave these in here. Never.
Right away. No trial, no nothing. Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away. Believe it or not, jail. Right away.
So, looking at this, I don't know if you can see, but like it's tapered right here, and I don't like that taper, and this has got a taper to it also, so that's not square. You know what? Let me see if I can take these off, and then we can grab it from the outside. And then that way we don't have to take all the clutch hub stuff apart, because if we do, we're gonna have to take this pin off, press that out. Then we're gonna have to press this bearing out this way, so that way we can grab it inside here, but then they have all the grooves. Let's see if we can grab it from the outside first. Yeah, let's do that. These are coming out a lot easier than I was thinking they were going to, so that's a good thing. Lots of red Loctite. Okay. Like I said, this is mine, so I don't mind messing with it. Looks like we got a decent lip to grab onto. Cool. So we need that to grab from the outside down, so we'll have to reverse these. Now, when you turn them like this, is this the one that's, no, so this will be fine. So now see how far out the outside edge is to grab compared to if it was in here. See, another little problem being, I don't know if you can see right there, that is hitting this lip. So I have to move this back. You have to move this. Watch this. So see, it's kind of like whenever you're doing manual stuff, you kind of have to think about things, which is fine, because what I'm going to do is this rotates this bar here, okay? So I'm going to get it to where it's pretty much parallel or perpendicular. Which one? So it'd be parallel with this, but then perpendicular with that? Or is that backwards? I don't know. I think you know what I'm talking about. All right. Now we can move this guy. Ooh. See, look at that. Actually, we can loosen it up a little bit more. Have it out here. It will cut before it gets to that bottom. So we should have clearance. Once we cut this lip off, it should clear. Oh, forgot my glasses. And my gloves. Put this aside. Let me double check, make sure. I don't remember if I locked that down or not. I did not. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to break this lip. I think we're good to go. Test spin. Oh yeah, we're running true, baby. Get some gloves on. Some people don't like to run gloves. I know to keep my hands away from all of that stuff, but I use the gloves because when I stop it and I just have a tendency when I stop, I just start grabbing metal and throwing it in the can because see all that mess I'm gonna have to clean up now, it's horrible. But I like to grab it and throw it in the can. But man, when you grab something and it hangs onto something, it'll just rip right through your fingers. Make sure we have everything kind of buttoned down. Sweet. See that big old thing? Watch this. That is the exact things I'm talking about. Stuff like this. It's crazy sharp and it will slice your hands open. Whoa, too big of a bite. See that? And then it grabs and then it does all of that crap. I hate that. I hate it, hate it, hate it. So then I grab all of this crap out. Don't have to worry about my fingers getting messed up. All right. Just curious. I'm about saying that once we get there we should, yeah, see? We've cut enough of this lip off that now this will travel underneath it. So when we start cutting into here, I don't have to worry about crashing into anything. So let's go. And then we're gonna go half steps when we start eating into this thing. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I'll just go less bite, so we'll have to go quarters. When I say quarters or halves, I'm talking about rotations. So when I'm going inwards to cut more, I just kind of count this until I need to do that and I need to get precise. But for now, I'm just kind of going by rotation. So we're gonna go quarter turns so we get a less bite. Because in high gear, it'll slow the clutch down, but if you put it in low gear, it will not stop until it breaks something. But high gear, if you start taking too much of a bite, the clutches and stuff will start slipping. So see, now I'll do a quarter. So we went there, so now I'll go there. Quarter turns. So remember, we were going 190. Let's see where we're at. Zero that out, get it off metric. It's about 190. So what I can do is actually come in here, come out. I can't do it. Here we go. From here to here, so I'll go in just a tad bit more. We'll go here. So that's the safe spot. So turn this to make sure I'm not too close. I'm gonna go back in. That's how much we're going to be shaving off. So, ooh, gets hot. Let's get it. I think we're pretty much done with teeth. Want to see? Doop. No motif. We teethless. Toothless. Toothless. Let's get this to its solid. It's looking cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take about half the thickness of this, what we got here, take quite a bit more, and then we'll make that piece that goes over the top of it that holds the belt from flying off, and then this will just be like a big dome. It's gonna look cool. I'm stoked. Let's do this. Let's see where we got this. Oh, right on it, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go check this bad boy out. Not worried about the finish. It's freaking crazy smooth finish right now. There you have it. 2-inch belt drive. So pumped on that. That looks so good. I seriously don't think it gets any freaking cooler than that. Like I said, I can I'll have to shorten that nut up because that's gonna be, the nut's gonna stick out. But now if I put a little mid control on there, whoo, doggy, that looks good. I am pumped. Have to take some pictures, send it to my customer so he can see how cool this looks, and we'll go from there. All right. Woo! Happy man.